So, in this, I'm just going to kind of talk for a few minutes about how I watched Girlfriends over as an adult. Child. Okay, so, first of all, when I was younger and I used to watch the show, I used to be like, I'm more of a mixture between Tony Childs with the um I specialize in results attitude, and then I was kind of a mixture with Lynn because I was a free spirit, and then I was the mom like Maya, and well, child, I ain't act nothing like Joan, child. So watching it as an adult, I realized this is why I don't have a whole bunch of female friends watching this show. For one, they weren't that great of friends to each other. Like they've stuck by each other. They helped each other out through a lot of things, and they was girlfriends and all that shit, right? But they spent a lot of time being jealous of each other. They spent a lot of time saying little snide remarks and little petty sus things to each other about another friend out the group. They let Lynn be a leech and just be just like, you know what I'm saying, a bum for a long ass time. And then when she finally decided to put all of her energy into her music career, the music was garbage. I'm sorry, but it was. It was trash. And then like Tony, in the end, first of all, I kind of stopped liking the show when they made Tony get married and have the baby. I didn't like how she used to be like this boss bitch, and she was running these niggas in the ground at first, and then she meet her little husband, little short white dude, and then she all submissive and she busted her ass trying to make this marriage work and please don't leave me and all this bullshit. And this nigga was leaving her ass like up until she had that baby, and then as soon as she had her daughter, then it was like, we gotta make this work, we wanna be a family, blah. So I would have liked to have seen her go on, even if she had the husband, but I would have liked to see her actually without being a mom, just being like a boss ass bitch and owning a whole bunch of like businesses and being an entrepreneur. Because even though I'm a mom, I have 5 children and shit, I do recognize that everybody is not meant to be a mother. Everybody is not meant to, like, we still need those women who are willing to dedicate their time and their lives to their careers and to their businesses and stuff like that. So I would have liked to see more of that. Now June, I remember even being younger, being like a teenager and being like, Joan is annoying as fuck. Joan and her 3-month rule is annoying as fuck. Joan with her analyzing everything, and I'm a Virgo, so I overanalyze everything, but Joan ain't overanalyzing everything, nitpicking everything to death. Joan one of them women who you be like, I see why you ain't got no man. Like, I can see how a dude to get tired of your ass real quick. But then I realized it's the same thing for me with Moesha. Like, Moesha is one of those shows that I watched when I was younger, and it was good for what it was at the time. It wasn't a whole bunch of black kids on TV, especially not black females, and especially not dark-skinned black females. So as a dark-skinned black female, I love seeing Brandy do Moesha every week, and the braids and the clothes. But Brandy on Moesha was a bitch. I don't know if Brandy like that in real life, but Moesha was not a good friend. She talked behind Niecy back. She talked behind Kim back. She treated Hakeem like he wasn't shit, just end up with his ass. Like, she was ungrateful. She was entitled. She was spoiled. Like, it's a couple of times Niecy and Kim should have put the pause on Moesha, and she would have had it coming. It's a couple of times Dee should have smacked the shit out of her as a stepmother. It's a couple of times Frank should have, reminded her that he was her father and he was paying them damn bills and he was the one putting gas in that Saturn and all that bullshit. So, yeah, I'm just sitting here thinking about a lot of these old black sitcoms. Like right now on my TV, is a rerun of Different World. Different World was one of my favorite shows growing up, and I know I'm jumping all over the place right here, but you know, I'm a piehead, so that's kind of what we do. So, anywho, I'm watching Different World, and Different World is one of my favorite shows growing up. Different World was one of the things, even though I ended up not going. Different World was the thing that made me want to go to college. Different World is the thing that made me want to see what it was like to live in a dorm, what it was like to be around people from different places. This is, you know what I'm saying, this is before the internet. It was very unlikely that you would be in communication of any kind with people who weren't where you were from or who you didn't directly know. So with the introduction of the internet, all of that changed. But back then, for you to be like, I'm going to have friends from this place or that place, I'm going to meet people from Los Angeles, California, this place or that place, it was, you know, going off to college and meeting your college roommates and stuff like that. So that is the thing that pushed me to be like, yeah, I want to go to school. And for the longest time, I thought Hillman was a real place. I thought Hillman was a real school, and I was trying to figure out how I could be down. Like, what do I got to do to get in Hillman? Like, what my grades got to be like? What kind of courses they got? What do they offer? Because I'm trying to go to Hillman. Hillman look lit as shit. Like, and I think this, like, you know, like I said, Moesha had gave me a teenage girl's perspective, and then you had girlfriends, which was supposed to be grown women. And then, just like how I felt about watching Sex and the City as a grown up, which basically Girlfriends is Sex and the City, it makes you wonder who these writers were. Because, like, when I was younger watching Sex and the City, I guess I assumed that these women were like in their early 40s maybe, or I don't even know how old I thought they were. But to watch it now and to hear that they were basically my age, you know, in a lot of these episodes, like the main character, Carrie, was in her mid to late 30s the entirety of the show. I think by the time it got to the movies, and by the time she got married to Big on the show, she was 38 or some shit like that. So, and I'm 36, so watching it then, I guess I didn't put too much stock into it. I just watched it strictly for entertainment purposes. But being a grown woman with kids and have some life lived in me now and watching this shit, it's like, I don't know if it's a black or white thing, but who the fuck is these women that act like that? Like, a lot of the shit they was doing was very immature, very high school, very y'all too old for that shit. Like, especially Carrie in regards to her relationship with Mr. Biggs and the crying and the game she played and the cheating on him with Aiden and then getting back with Aiden. I mean, cheating on Aiden with him, getting back with Aiden and then telling Aiden he don't have no choice but to respect her and his friendship because they more than friends. Like, bitch, you was fucking him and me at the same time. What you mean if I want to be with you, I gotta accept your friendship? How about the fuck not? How about I don't? How about you just stay with that nigga then? Like, so yeah, it just brings me to my next point. We gotta talk about it, y'all. Something gotta be done. Like, Tyler Perry must be stopped. And, bro,